what I do realize is that as of right now, no other Chicago Sky game have been moved to the United Center, except for one, Indiana Fever.
Angel Reese is furious once again, and this time it's because of how her team, the Chicago Sky, has completely sidelined her and ignored her presence. She's questioning why only Caitlin Clark's games are being moved to the United Center, leaving her own team out of the spotlight.
Speaking of United Center, it'll also play host to a pair of WNBA games for the first time this season. The Sky announcing their matchups, hosting the Indiana Fever will be moved from Wintrust to the UC, has about double the capacity, so more tickets available to watch Caitlin.
Reese is puzzled, wondering why her team isn't receiving the same star treatment. But let's be honest here. The reason is simple. People are showing up for Caitlin Clark, not her. The United Center will host a couple of WNBA games this season, marking a big first.
So it looks like the Chicago Sky have finally done what we've been asking for, which was to schedule the games against the Fever at the United Center. And also, in case you weren't already aware, the United Center is the biggest basketball arena in the country. Both home games against the Fever have been scheduled at the United Center.
The Sky's matchups against the Indiana Fever will be moved from Wintrust Arena to the UC, which has almost double the seating capacity. Why? Because Caitlin Clark has shattered attendance records in her rookie season, making teams scramble for bigger venues to accommodate her fan base. That's not hype. That's solid business.
With Caitlin coming to town, man, all these teams are going to cash in on that. It's just the nature of the business at this point. One fan saying, let's go Fever, taking over the United Center. I can't wait. The Angel Reese effect, no. They know better than to leave free money on the table when the face card comes to town. Yeah, man, because we remember last time Caitlin Clark was there, bro, the arena erupted.
Caitlin Clark didn't just fill Gainbridge Fieldhouse last season. She broke its records, drawing nearly 341,000 fans. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky, even with Angel Reese on their roster, didn't come close to that number.
It seems the Chicago Sky have had to move two of their home games to a larger facility, a larger basketball facility. I'm sure, no doubt, this is the Angel Reese effect. I've got no doubts, no qualms. There's nothing. She even told me herself right here that it's not just one other player, it's because of her.
So it's clear that the Chicago Sky are capitalizing on the buzz surrounding Caitlin Clark as the team moves two of their games to the United Center. It's not a coincidence that these games are against the Fever. It's about giving fans the opportunity to see Caitlin Clark live.
One of the hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her such a warm welcome last year. They threw Barbie night for Caitlin Clark's arrival. They gave her pink towels. The fans were lined up on the side. She was signing autographs. How is Chicago going to welcome Caitlin Clark this next year around? How are they going to top Barbie night in a 9,000 seat arena? Well, easy. We move Barbie night to a 21,000 seat arena.
A fan even said, "Let's go Fever, taking over the United Center. I can't wait. It's all about the money, and no one is going to leave that on the table when a big star like Clark is in town." The Sky have played the entire 2024 season at Wintrust Arena, which only seats a little over 10,000 fans. Not once did they feel the need to move to a bigger venue for Angel Reese. But now, with Caitlin Clark coming to town, suddenly it's time to double the arena size. This is a classic case of the Caitlin Clark effect, and it's a no-brainer from a business perspective.
Caitlin Clark and Fever games getting moved to bigger venues on the road is normal at this point in time. We see it happen quite often whenever that Fever show comes to town. But in this case, it is interesting considering the opponent and considering the venue.
Sky president Adam Fox tried to paint this move as a reward for fans, but we know it's not about rewarding anyone. It's about maximizing revenue when Clark steps onto the court. Last year, when Clark was in town, the atmosphere at the arena was electric, with fans lining up to get autographs and even throwing a Barbie night in her honor.
My goodness. America's team versus a team who has the person who is the scourge of society. Oh, God. Oh, man. Quote, they watch for me, too. Barbie night? Which one is Barbie night? You got to think one of the two is going to be Barbie night, right? Look at this. Laughing my ass off. Caitlin is really giving every single team a fundraising game. I am weak. My GOAT is simply different.
How will the Sky top that? This year? Simple. By moving the event to a 21,000-seat arena. Let's be clear. This isn't favoritism. It's capitalism. Caitlin Clark is bringing the crowd and driving the revenue.
We'll be moving to the United Center. So that's significant in the sense of it will be the first games ever played by WNBA teams in the United Center. The game's on Saturday, June 7th and Sunday, July 27th. One had a date change, but they will be moving to the largest capacity arena in the NBA. You know, more than double, I believe, what the Sky's typical home arena is able to hold. And of course, I mean, this is a duh for so many reasons.
Angel Reese, on the other hand, is still questioning why her games aren't drawing the same attention. The league has spoken through its ticket sales and attendance figures. Reese's games just aren't generating the same demand as Clark's. This isn't just a Chicago thing.
They will say this. It's because of Angel Reese. They can't say this because of Angel Reese. Because for the simple fact, a lot of their games would have moved to bigger arenas if that was the case. They can't not say this. I know people want to, and I know people be mad about this, bro. Y'all shouldn't be mad about this, bro. This is just the reality of the situation. You're not a hater. You're not none of that if you say Angel's not as big as Caitlin. Because she's not, guys. That's the reality of it all, bro.
Other WNBA teams like the Washington Mystics, Las Vegas Aces, and Dallas Wings have made similar moves to upgrade venues for games involving Clark. This isn't about random scheduling or team rivalries. It's about one name, Caitlin Clark.
Folks, last year, the Indiana Fever were in Chicago, and a lot of us were asking, why aren't they putting this in the big arena? Are they really that stubborn that they're ready to just turn away dollars just for a narrative? Seems as if they got their end of their year report, looked at the bottom line and said, you know what? Slam shut. In 2025, we're going to be in the United States.
Her games are being moved to larger arenas across the country, while Reese's matchups haven't sparked the same excitement. Fans on social media have taken notice of this trend, asking why Reese isn't receiving the same treatment as Clark. They're questioning why her games aren't being moved to bigger venues if she's truly as popular as she claims. Some fans have even pointed out the irony.
I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center. I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. So maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little above my pay grade. But we're excited, you know.
Noting that when Reese was setting records, her games weren't upgraded. But now, with Clark in town, everything changes. It's clear that Caitlin Clark is leading the way. When she steps on the court, it's an event. Tickets for her games are being resold for thousands, and the demand is through the roof.
Guys, I'm telling you, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, put it in the big arena because she is box office, and it is going to be big money. Not even just the ticket sales, merchandise sales, concession stands, parking. Dude, they are racking in money from every area when Caitlin Clark comes to town. So, of course, the Chicago Sky, oh, fine. I guess I'll milk that well until it's...
But when Reese plays, ticket sales remain average, and the urgency to fill seats just isn't there. The numbers don't lie. While Angel Reese is busy pushing the narrative that she's just as important to the WNBA's growth as Caitlin Clark, the reality is that ticket sales and venue upgrades tell a different story.
It's a very thin line between hate and facts. And what I believe to be the case is that there was incremental growth in the WNBA comparatively to the exponential growth we are seeing now. What I'm about to tell y'all I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means...
It's not about who talks the loudest. It's about who delivers when it counts. Caitlin Clark's influence on women's basketball has been undeniable. She has single-handedly transformed the league, breaking attendance records and generating massive revenue. In fact, the Fever's home crowd last season was so impressive that they obliterated the previous attendance record by 36%. Meanwhile, the biggest crowd the Sky ever managed to attract was in 2016, when Reese was still in high school.
Yeah, let me tell you about Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark has brought so many eyes to women's basketball that it's amazing. A dude named Acho, I forgot his first name, is something Acho.
Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah. He showed how in 5 days before the draft, she made the WNBA more money than they would have made in the next 5 years.
The economic impact of Caitlin Clark is staggering. She's not just filling arenas. She's driving merchandise sales, concessions, and parking revenue. It's a full-blown business boom every time she plays. And yet, while Reese continues to campaign for her own star status, the league is following Clark's lead because she's the one who's making things happen.
Again, as of right now, to my knowledge, that what I've seen, no other Angel Reese games have been moved due to potential attendance for said game. I mean, I'm just pointing that out. I'm not sure if you're allowed to. I've been told, Angel Reese told us it was because of her too. They're coming because of me. Are they really?
Angel Reese is a talented player, but she's not on Caitlin Clark's level. Not on the court, not financially, and not in terms of impact. Clark has already proven that she can move the needle in a way Reese hasn't been able to.
CC hype is real. Is this the Caitlin or Angel effect? Stop it. Caitlin Clark effect. Go. Let's go see what the Fever fans got to say. I mean, seriously, the Angel Reese effect. Sarcasm. Every venue CC plays in, the Caitlin Clark effect.
And that's the reality Reese has to face, no matter how much she wishes things were different.
Remember, the Washington Mystics also moved 2 of their games yesterday, too. I wonder if those were Angel Reese games. Oh, they weren't. They weren't Angel Reese games. They were Indiana Fever games. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't do it.
Fan reactions to the situation have been mixed, with some supporting Clark's economic influence and others defending Reese, claiming favoritism. But the truth is clear. Clark is redefining what success looks like in the WNBA, and the league is responding accordingly.
She is just not a needle mover like Caitlin Clark is. Now, is she a great player? Yes, she is phenomenal. But she is not Caitlin Clark. She's not even nowhere near on Caitlin level. She's not on her level financially. She's not on her level impact-wise. And she damn sure ain't on her level on the basketball court. Because we seen that happen last year when Caitlin won Rookie of the Year. Like, it's okay, bro. It is okay for her to be second fifth.
At the end of the day, it's not about hating on Angel Reese. It's about recognizing the facts. Caitlin Clark is the player drawing the crowds, and the numbers show that. If Reese wants to be seen as a true superstar, she'll need to focus on elevating her game and letting her performance speak for itself. The WNBA is about competition, and the most successful players are the ones who show up and deliver when it matters. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates.